What's up, YouTube world? This is Stephen again. It is currently 10:13 a.m. on August 20th of 2022, and I'd like to welcome you all to my 19th Storytime with Stephen. In this Storytime with Stephen, I contemplated on whether I should do it or not, but it's been bugging me for almost this entire week, so I just wanted to do it just so I could get some stuff off my chest. And this is going to be about probably one of the lowest, if not the lowest point of my life. So without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it. Alright, so this wasn't around May. It was May of 2015. And I got fired from a job about maybe 6 months before that. And my mom's business, now it wasn't her business, but it was the business she worked at. Her business got shut down because and it wasn't something of her, it wasn't something she did, it was something someone else did that got shut down. So she had nothing to do with it. So at the time, my mom and I were both unemployed, and my dad's income was the only income that was coming in, and he is a day trader, so his job is based almost 100%, if not 100%, on risk. So that was kind of made it like tough on all of us. And my mom and dad bought a house at the time, and they were still paying off the mortgage, so that was also kind of rough on them too, when my dad's income was the only income that was coming in. So like I said, this was around May, and I'm going to get straight to it, so I'm not going to have any more stuff leading up to it. So my mom, dad, and I were sitting in the den, and we were watching something on TV. I couldn't really remember what it was, but that's not important to this video. So during what we were watching, during the commercial segment, there was a commercial about a master's degree program for, I don't even know what college it was. Once again, nothing important. But bottom line, it was a master's program commercial. And my dad told me, "Hey, Steven, look, they're offering a master's program. Why don't you apply?" And I kind of snickered at that, because usually when he says something like that, he's usually joking with me. But after I snickered, he goes, "That's not funny. I'm being serious." And that wiped the smile clean off my face. Because usually when I hear the tone of his voice, I know whether he's joking or being serious. That's why I thought he was joking about the master's program, because I heard the tone of his voice, and usually I know when he's joking or not. And about 95 to 99% of the time, he's joking about the master's degree program stuff and the college stuff. And because I didn't go for my master's, and I honestly didn't want to. So after like 5 or 10 seconds after he said, "That's not funny, I'm being serious," he went off. Now, he didn't scream or yell at me, he didn't cuss me out or anything like that, but he had to have said every single word that was on his mind at the time about me and about pretty much everything that I was doing at the time. So he pretty much went on some kind of tangent, telling me how much better my sister and brother-in-law are than I am. Once again, something I already knew. I know how much better my sister and brother-in-law are than I am. There are leaps and bounds better than I am, and leaps and bounds further ahead in life than I am. So that's something that I already knew, so that kind of pissed me off right away. And he said, not only that, but they have master's degrees, and you only have a bachelor's degree. Ooh, when he said that word, only have a bachelor's degree, the word only, ooh, God, I wanted to say something so bad to him. And I'll get to what I wanted to say to him towards the end of this video. And he was pretty much saying, and you also got fired from 2 jobs. That's not going to look good on a resume. Once again, something I already know. He was telling me stuff that I already knew. And that's another thing that pissed me off, because I already knew the stuff that he was telling me. And he said, not only did you get fired from those two jobs, you didn't have those two jobs for more than 2 months each. That's also not going to look good on a resume because people are going to think that you're not loyal enough. I'm one of the most loyal people that I fucking know. Who are you to tell me that I'm not loyal? And there was another, and something else that he said was, you're not going to get anywhere that you want to be in life because you only have a bachelor's degree. You're going to get so much further with a master's degree. Honestly, I know people who only have a high school diploma who are way further along than I am. So what does a master's degree have to do with any of this? And honestly, the reason I didn't want to go for my master's degree was because I could not handle that level or that amount of stress any more than I did when I went for my bachelor's degree. If I went for my master's degree, I honestly think I would have killed myself because I don't think I would have been able to handle that kind of stress or that amount of stress. But he doesn't realize that. And what pissed me off a lot more than any of this was my mom, who usually takes my side on almost everything, was sitting right in between my dad and I and said absolutely nothing. So in my mind, she supported every single fucking word that came out of his fat ass mouth. And at that point, I didn't think I had anyone on my side or anything. Oh, and another thing, just thought about this. Another thing that my dad said, and don't tell people that you write books. Once they read a single word of your books, they're going to think that you're going to want to blow up a building or something. Where the hell did that come from? None of my books have anything to do with destruction of buildings. I don't know where that came from. But And then he goes, I'm not saying any of this to hurt you. I'm not saying any of this to piss you off. I'm saying this because I'm being constructive. That was not very constructive, Dad. That was destructive. Not constructive, destructive. And boy, was it so destructive. And you know what? I sat there and took it. And I nowadays regret not speaking my mind when I had the chance to, because I really wanted to speak my mind about some stuff that he said when he was speaking it. And one of the things, and I really wanted to throw out an insult at the time when he said, they being my sister and brother-in-law, have master's degrees and you only have a bachelor's degree. After everything he said, I wanted to throw some shade hard. And one of the things I wanted to say was, well, that's a lot of talk coming from someone who only has a GED. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that so fucking bad. But in the mood he was in, I felt like I had to keep my mouth shut, because in the mood he was in, I didn't know what he was going to do if I said that to him. But and the last thing that I wanted to put here, and I was really, really contemplative not saying this, but I had to get it off my chest. He hurt me so bad, and the fact that my mom also didn't take my side or say anything, I wanted to commit suicide. That was how bad it was. And honestly, I even had a plan written down to do it. And if it wasn't for my religion and one of my friends reaching out to me, I honestly probably would have done it. And it just hurt me so bad that day. And it still goes with me to this day, that I don't think I'm ever going to forget it. I'm still trying to figure out how to forgive him for what he did. I will have to before his time comes, meaning before he dies, which I really hope is not. Like I said, I love my dad to death. I really do. But that really hurt me that day. I gotta figure out a way to forgive him before his time comes, which hopefully is a while from now. But I gotta figure out a way to forgive him. And tell him about how much it hurt me too. But I don't think I'm ever going to forget it. That's the only problem. It haunts me to this day, what he said. And I just felt like I had no one at the time. He was pretty much telling me how worthless I was. But that's beside the point. And I honestly wish I could have recorded it, but I just didn't think about it at the time. I wish I could have recorded everything he said, but my mind was going a million miles a minute with what he was saying that I just didn't think about. He was pretty much telling me stuff I already knew, like I said. Getting fired for 2 jobs and not being at those 2 jobs for more than 2 months. Knew that was bad. Or I already knew that. And my sister and brother-in-law, my God. They are... They're leaps and bounds better than I am. I already knew that, but I'm just saying it again. They are leaps and bounds better than I am and better than I ever will be. But that's about all I have to say about this story time with Stephen. Hit me up in the comment section below and let me know what you thought about this story time with Stephen, because I really contemplating about not doing this story time with Stephen, but I said it's been bugging me in the entire week, so I just figured, you know what, why not do it? But yeah, that's about all I have to say. If you liked what you saw in this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and comment below. And I'll see you guys next time with another video. I'll get back to my recommendations starting tomorrow, but for right now, this is Steven signing out.